Hello, and welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. My name is Jason Newland. Yeah. Hope you're well. Just thought I would do It's time for bed. I mean, it's like 8 minutes past 10 p.m. in the evening. So please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. Vinny, what are you staring at? I know what it is, because I'm now at the desk rather than sitting down. It's easier to talk when I'm in a chair than when I'm kind of laying back. Well, not laying back, but reclining. It's a little bit more easier on my throat or on my neck, because I'm not kind of leaning forward. If that makes any kind of sense. It did to me when I said it. And then after I said it, I wasn't so sure. Oh dear. So I'm still working on getting stuff organised in my flat. The progression I've made today is, because it's Thursday the 4th of September 2025. So, what did I do? Right, I've moved the bookcases into the storage room, and I've filled them with my supplies for the future. So I've got washing up liquid, soap, deodorant, washing clothes, laundry tablets, poo bags for Vinny, face wipes, bum wipes. Wow. I'm trying to think what else. Toothpaste, mouthwash. I think that's most of the stuff. So I've been kind of trying to stock up for, well, at least the winter, because that's what I used to do years ago. I'm talking, 6-7 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, maybe 7 years, I don't know. But I was proper organised for a little while, and I'm trying to get back to that a little bit, because I don't know. I just want to know that whatever happens, I've got enough toilet roll, enough, basic stuff. I mean, I can't eat any of this stuff, although I've also got enough tea bags, hopefully, to last me till Christmas as well. But then I only have like 4 cups of tea a day. So each box has got 80 tea bags in, so that's 20 days. I've got 5 boxes in a pack, so 20 times by 5, that's 100 days, and I've got 3 packs, or 3 packs, so I've got 300 days. Wow, that's nearly a year, isn't it? Blimey. I just have to drink more tea, I guess. Vinny's over there doing his thing. Oh, thanks, Vin. He's looking, he's searching. don't know what he's searching for, but he's searching for something. So yeah, what I've done is I now moved the two desks or the tables to the left side of the room, because I've now got my TV on the wall and my sofa is the other side of the wall, or the other side of the room rather, although I'm possibly looking to get rid of that, replace it just with a chair. And then, but that's a future thing. So I've now got one table against the wall, the opposite wall, and one table, so it's facing the wall, the other one's facing the TV. So there's like a gap where the chair is, so I can just kind of move around between each table. I had a similar design a few years back, which was the other side of the room. See, me saying that side of the room and to the left of the room and the other side of the room doesn't really mean much, does it, if you don't know what the room looks like? But personally, I would say it's definitely opened up the room. I wonder how many more times I can say the word room. Room. Womb. But I'm not finished yet, so I've still got a lot more to do as far as the tidying up goes. So I've still got some stuff in here which I can move. I'll be able to move out, and then yeah, there's a few little bits. Got a lot of wires. I'd like to get that sorted. Not a big fan of wires, like straggling around. Very messy. So I might look at trying and get that a little bit, to get it taped up or something, I don't know. And then yeah, what I've also done is I've got rid of my website. I just don't need a website. However weird that might sound, I just don't need a website. I just have no, I mean, it's handy in some ways. I mean, I prefer to use it than the podcasts, but most people use the podcasts to listen rather than on the website. So it's helped me to, keep my expenses down. So I've got rid of that. Looking at other things, changes. I mean, I've pretty much come to the decision that I'm going to retire from making all podcasts except this one, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And I've had a good little run, 19 years. But I think I'd like to focus on this. Try and do a regular daily Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Perhaps, if I'm lucky, in the coming future, perhaps I'll be able to actually do some things which would be worth talking about. Have something mildly interesting. I mean, I understand it's a boring podcast, but what's interesting to me might not be interesting to you. So I might be talking about what a great time I had searching, going through the fields searching for worms, and you might find it completely tedious to listen to it and fall asleep. Now, I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? And then I saw this Facebook page for, it's a chronic pain condition, and there was someone was talking about, why does he have to find the noisiest thing to crunch on when I'm doing a recording? It literally is the noisiest possible thing. It's like, God, dear oh dear. I forget what I was saying now. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to go and do things. Oh yeah, I was on Facebook and I saw this chronic pain Facebook group. It makes me feel a bit nostalgic because, by the way, if you think I'm mumbling, it's just because I've got my fingers in my mouth. I should stop that, really, shouldn't I? I don't know, you tell me, you can hear me now. Can you understand me when I'm like this? Or is this better? Or this? So what I'll do, I'll do the same sentence. I say, it's Thursday the 4th of September. So first of all, see if there's any difference. Now I'll do it without my fingers in my mouth. That's much clearer without, isn't it? So, what was the meaning? Why did I do that? I don't know. I really don't know. But I felt nostalgic because the only thing I was interested in 20 years ago was helping people with chronic pain. The only thing. I mean, not literally. Okay, not the only thing, but I mean, one of the only things. The only thing as far as wanting to do it. No. Okay, maybe not the only thing for that either. Yeah, like as far as, not career-wise, because it's never going to be a career, was it? This is just it's a lifestyle, I suppose, rather than a career. But that's the thing that I was most interested in. So basically what I wanted to do is help people to relieve their suffering. That was it. But then as I kind of went along, I got to realise, well, I was told, it was explained to me in quite a few different versions, that there's lots of types of that, you know, it's not all physical. And there's lots of things that actually, Vinny, oh, it's so noisy. This is another reason, like, if I ever try to do like a really quiet hypnosis session, guaranteed it pulls out the big guns. It'd be sitting there just like chipping away at some marble or something. It's like the one time he decides to make himself a statue. Why? Well, now, why? So yeah, the things that I realised quite early on in my journey of attempting to help people that were struggling with chronic pain issues. The first thing I realised, noticed, experienced, and was, you know, with feedback as well, was that one of the biggest reducers of chronic pain is relaxing. But I also know, I realised quite early on that you can't force yourself to relax. You can do relaxation techniques and exercises, of course. But as far as like forcing yourself, like you can't force yourself to fall in love or to be hungry or to like a food you don't like. You can't force it. It has to kind of happen naturally. But you can lubricate the wheels though, can't you? When it comes to relaxation. So if you find something maybe like this that's relaxing, then that in itself helps to reduce, or can help to reduce, chronic pain. The thing is, I called this "Let Me Bore You to Sleep," and I kind of wish I'd included chronic pain in the title, because the whole process, because that's another thing, as soon as I started doing live sessions with people and group sessions and pain relief hypnosis sessions one-on-one, that's the two things I noticed. Is one was sometimes it was just relaxing, by allowing themselves to relax, it would reduce the physical discomfort by quite a bit. And if you want to increase it, tighten up, tense up. You know, it's kind of, that's the opposite way to do it. And it's natural for someone that's going through that to tense up, because it's getting to them, isn't it? So by doing the complete opposite, or allowing the opposite to occur, which is relaxation, it then allows the opposite physical sensations to arise. As Vinny continues to chip away at that massive piece of marble, and I'm wondering, what's it going to be this week? Last week it was just a big bit of marble that had been chipped into. Proper mess. But the week before that, it was like a little boat made of wood, funny enough. I don't know how he managed that. The Alchemist, the Jack Russell Alchemist. I can turn marble into balsa wood. Yeah, I don't know. And then another thing that people were telling me is, they might not have said ooh, but it was like, one thing we noticed is we're sleeping better, easier. And when I was doing I saw this man. I used to visit him in his house in 2006 in the summer, and he had arthritis, like really bad arthritis in his legs and stuff. And the one thing he said is, other than the fact that he felt so much better gradually over the weeks, but he also was sleeping more. He was sleeping more comfortable. So instead of his legs jittering and jumping about, which they did, they just calmed down, relaxed, and he could have some good sleep. So it got me thinking, like, okay, what benefits can be got from helping people to relax deeply and to fall asleep? And as I moved forward with the relaxation sessions online, again I started off doing chronic pain relief, relaxation and sleep sessions. That's the three things I focused on, even though I'd started off only wanted to do chronic pain relief. And then as that progressed, the most popular recordings, or the least popular recordings, were the chronic pain relief ones. Not that they were unpopular, they just weren't as well received as the relaxation and the sleep. And then it turned out that the sleep recordings were the most popular of anything I did. And for a while that was a little bit frustrating for me, because that wasn't what I wanted to focus on. I wanted to be Mr. Pain Relief. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to change the world, maybe. I was very young and naive back then. I was only 46. And no, I was 35. Still not that young either, eh? 35 years old, I was so full of ambition. Oh, just got to get out there, just got to be heard, just need people to know that I exist, and then everyone's going to want to listen. Maybe a tiny few people would. And every now and then I'd try and go back to the pain relief, and people still wanted to listen to the sleep stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, well, perhaps I should just do what first of all, do what people like. That kind of makes sense, really. And then I started doing these to let me boy to sleep, 2018, 7 years ago, nearly 8 years ago. Well, was it February or March 2018? And constantly doing this, I can't remember. 2000. By the way, all my podcasts are still on my Spreaker. Whisper. 1111111. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the. Right, I can't find it. 1 to 50. Where's 1 to 50? 51 to 100. to 50. Wow. 101 to 150. That's not what I want. I want 1 to 50. Where's 1 to 50? I'm looking at the screen just in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. 1 to 50. Doesn't seem to be on here. Oh, there it is. 1 to 50. Total statistics for this one. Right. 5 downloads in the last year from that podcast, because it's just specifically just for those 50 recordings. That's another reason I kind of not going to bother with the website, because I did all these podcasts and into like playlists and stuff, but not really getting listened. 27th of March 2018 was the very first Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 in a row. Then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. Then I did 1, 2 in a row. Then I did 1. Then I did. Okay, that got boring. 6. Wow, I did a 6 of May and then nothing till the 26th of May. I wonder what happened on that year. No idea. So I did the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, started that 27th of March 2018, and yeah, it's become the most popular thing that I've ever done, as far as like individual recordings, and I'm now at number, I couldn't even tell you, 1,400 and yesterday's recording was 1,427. So yeah, I've got a few done. Quite a few, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, so I'm going to just continue with this, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And that's really the only podcast I'm going to be focusing on from now on. But at the same time, I don't quite know how I can get it across that maybe people can find this useful. People that have got chronic pain, people that have got anxiety and stuff like that, could find these podcasts useful, because it's relaxing and it's peaceful. And you know what I've noticed? Do you ever get certain phrases are starting to be used more and more, like in interviews and on TV and on the internet, and whatnot is the new one. It's not a new one, it's not a new thing, but for some reason I'm hearing people say it more often now. Whatnot. It's kind of just similar to saying so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. Make a long story short, whatnot. So it's kind of just, it shortens the conversation or shortens the story. So yeah, I was got some shopping, I got some toilet paper and some tampons and some, and whatnot. So you're not going through the whole list of things that you got. You've just gone through the things that maybe you shouldn't have gone through. I don't know. Depends who you're talking to. It depends upon who you're talking to. don't know what Vinny is expecting to happen. He just sits there staring at his bum. Generally, honestly, he's just staring at his bum like it's, I don't know, it's like some kind of secret doorway to Narnia or something. A little cupboard full of tiny coats. Ugh. Smelly coats. So, God, they'd all be look like they're just people have been walking through a really muddy forest. Yeah, it wouldn't be like Narnia, would it? With all the snow, you just get through it, there'd be mud everywhere. It'd just be like a big swamp. Okay, let's move on. What are you staring at? What are you staring at, eh? I think he's a bit thrown off because I'm not sure if he's ever seen me sit here before. He probably has because I've had him for quite a while now. But to sit over here and do this recording and to be talking but not to be talking to him. But I am talking to you, aren't I? Yeah, I am. He's kind of got me used to me sitting on the chair doing it, on the sofa, because then he can sort of cuddle up to me a bit. You're a bit thrown off, aren't you, I think? But this is more comfortable doing it here. You think that a sofa would be more comfortable, but it's not. Not doing this stuff, because first of all, I can't use the laptop. I can't use, stuff like that when I'm. Well, I can because it's on my lap. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that was nice. What a lovely sneeze. I thought it might be exciting, and it was. It's strange. Right, what's Lloyd's Banking up to? Lloyd's Bank. Okay. I don't think there'll be any banks at all in the future. That was a nice, bright thing to say, wasn't it? In my town where I live, the bank that I'm with is this big, old, listed building. It's huge. Honestly, it's just massive. And they don't get many customers because how many people go into a bank anymore? Most things are just done online, isn't it? And don't really, I'm just talking generally. I haven't needed to go into a bank to put a check in or to draw money out for a long time, or to pay bills, which is something I used to do in the past. Go in there to pay my bills, electric bill, gas bill, water bill. I'd go in there to pay that. Don't need to do that anymore. It's all just automatic direct debit now. TV license, that's all done automatically. I don't even know if the bank's still there. I suppose it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it still is. I know it's got some hard steps because I fell over them once. I fell up them. I was running to get my cheque from when I was a counsellor, and I think it was like £1,000, and it was my month's cheque, and I needed it cashed before Christmas. So I think Christmas was on the Wednesday or Thursday, the next week, and this was the Friday afternoon, 10 minutes before the bank closed. So I'm running, and I'm only around the corner, but I'm waiting for ages. I'm in the office at Mind, and I get on really well with a man that did the checks. So I'm just chatting to him, and there's quite a lot to do. So it took a while, and I was getting more and more closer to the time. And in the end, he printed it off, and I ran. I ran and I ran and I ran. And literally, it was a 10-minute walk. Possibly less than a 10-minute walk. Possibly maybe a 6-minute walk, 7-minute walk. But there's no guarantee that the door will stay open right to the end, because they might just not let anyone in after a certain point. That's why I ran. So I'm going down the alleyway towards a town. I turn left. I'm not sure if I'm able to cross. Well, I did cross the road, obviously, because otherwise I wouldn't have got there. I'd still be standing there, wouldn't I? And this is a long time ago. This is 2011. Yeah, 2000, or was it 2012? No, it was 2011. Because by 2012, yeah, December 2012, I think I started doing the working in the insurance company and having a Monday off every week to continue counselling. So yeah, and I did that until the following year. I think April 2000. No, I can't remember the dates, but so anyway, I ran. I think it was 2011, I suppose. No, 2012. No, 2011. Does it really matter? Not really. So 2011, and I'll get the check, and I'm running. And it's cold, a little bit slippery. It's December, and my body's not really it wasn't really built for running, especially not the last 20 or 30 years. I think, in a sense of, if I have a running accident, I've only got myself to blame. That seems to be the attitude of the medical experts. So why are you trying to run? Have you not seen yourself? Do you not own a mirror or some scales? It's like a bit rude. A little bit rude. Anyway, so I'm running. And there's two crossings. One crossing, well, then the next one. But the next one is crossing the main high road, and as I cross over there, I think there's traffic lights, on both sides and both roads. And then I cross over, there's a news agents on the left, and then there was a Subway sandwich place on the left, and then I think there's some chicken shop on the left, and then the next thing on the left is the bank, or was the bank. I mean, those shops might not be there either. So I'm not running hard, I've never run hard. Maybe when I was a kid, but not for a long time. And I want to get in there before they stand inside the door, stopping anyone else from coming in and just letting people out. Because I know they start doing that, closer to closing time. Because I suppose they've got places to be, haven't they? Yeah, I guess people that work in a bank, they got home lives and stuff. They don't just go to sleep behind the counter, do they, I guess? Or, keep together, bunk beds in the back room. I don't know. Playing conkers, in conker season, which would be soon actually. Usually about October time, I think. September, October, when the conkers fall off the tree. And I never liked conkers though. I think it's banned in schools now because it's dangerous. They think it's dangerous. Well, it is dangerous. That's why I didn't like it, because I used to end up with sore fingers. And I did not appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad they're banned. But unfortunately, the news of them conkers being banned has not reached the trees themselves, because they're still producing them. What was I going to say? Yes, I get to the bank, turn left, about to run up the stairs, and I slip, or I trip, really, on the stairs, on the concrete steps. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 3 steps, then, like a one big step that's flat, and then there's another 3, I think. So I trip over on the first 3 steps, and I smash my foot. I think it was my right foot. It's quite a while ago. So I break something in my right foot. I don't quite know. It's basically just a broken foot. Oh man, I was just like, I didn't know what to do because it hurt so much. But I needed to get into that bank. So I just sort of made my way in. Thankfully, I don't know, I might have been able to sue them or something over that. I don't know. It was my fault. I'm the one running. They put the steps there, but I knew there were steps there. Running around in freezing cold temperatures, probably not a good idea. But anyway, they let me in. Or someone opened the door. I don't know if the door was locked, but she opened the door for me. I think she might have even asked, "Are you okay?" once she stopped laughing. And I managed to put my check in. It was like £1,004 or something, which was so needed, because otherwise I was going to have Christmas with no money. I needed to buy Christmas presents and stuff like that. So it was lovely. I managed to do that, and it all kind of worked out okay, except I had a broken foot. And I remember going to I got to the ironic name, the walk-in centre, which is probably about a mile, I don't know. It's on the same ground as the hospital, but it's a long walk to the hospital. So I get a bus there. Do I get a bus or did I walk? I might have walked, but I might have got a bus. I don't remember. my memory's not great, is it, for this story? I either got a bus or I walked. One of them. And I go into the walk-in centre, and they said, "What? What do you want?" "What do you want?" I said, "I've hurt my foot." Okay. Really didn't seem that interested. Maybe it's because this was on a Monday. I waited the weekend, thinking, oh, it will wear it off, but it didn't. So I went in on a Monday to the hospital. Although it might be on a Saturday, I might have did it the next day, because it was very painful. And they said, "What is it?" I said, "Well, I've hurt my foot." They said, "Yeah, so?" I said, "Okay, well, I've that's what I've come here." They said, "What do you want us to do about it?" I'm not sure if I'd walked. I thought I might have walked into the canteen by accident, and it was just the canteen staff wondering why I was talking about my foot. Why is he just not ordering food? So I don't know. And then they said, "Well, let's have a look at your foot." So he said, "Take your sock off." I said, I can't take my sock off." He said, "Well, you need to take your sock off, otherwise I can't see your foot." I said, "I haven't got a sock on." He said, "What?" He said, "I can't get a sock. I can't get a sock over my foot because it's too painful. Plus, it's swollen up." So I slipped my shoe off, because I've had slip-ons for years, because I'm very old, and my foot was like pretty much, a lot of it was black. Like, it was just really like red and purple and all kinds of different weird colours. It was very injured. And he said, "Ooh." I said, "Okay. Does that mean, is that kind of a medical response, or you just did an impression of a ghost?" We both rolled around, tickling each other. No, that didn't happen. So he said, "Well, I haven't got an X-ray machine." But he said, "Looks like you've damaged your foot." I said, "I know that one. I know I've damaged my foot." And he said, "Well, there's nothing they can do for you. You can walk up to the hospital, but it's going to be, you'll be waiting there for hours and hours and hours, and they'll X-ray it probably, and then tell you that you got some broken bones, and that's it. Just try and keep off it. If it was your ankle, then they'd put you in plaster. If it was your heel, they'd probably possibly put you in plaster, but it's not. It's just the top of your foot. Don't put you in plaster for that." That's what they said to me. And I said, "All right then." So he said, "We just walk up there. You know where the hospital is?" I said, "Yeah." "So a long walk?" He said, "Yeah. Probably longer for you. More painful." I was like, wow. And he said, "Before you go, can you just give me your foot for a second?" I said, "I do this." He pressed on it. He said, "Does it hurt when I do this?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I thought it would." And then he just walked away. Weird. So I'm trying to walk up to the hospital, but I can't make it. I literally can't make the journey. So I think I have to kind of head back and get a bus back, and I didn't see any clients that week, because the next week, because it was Christmas week. Although I might have done, I can't remember. And when I visited my dad, because I was still hobbling about, I had to ask for a lift because I got to the train station. And from where I lived at the time, so for where I lived, this is really strange. I've got this memory. Yeah, it must have been there. So I don't know if I might have got a taxi to the train station, or maybe actually it was only a short walk to get a bus. So I probably got a bus to the train station, and then once I got to the train station where my dad lives, I had to ask him to give me a lift because I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do the walking, just couldn't. I was walking on my heel because that was the only part that didn't hurt, until after walking on my heel for a few weeks, and that hurt as well. The rest was fine though. Very strange though. Like, I think I might have hurt my arm on the stairs, but wow, that was proper ooch. That was an ooch moment. That was. Why am I telling you that story? I've got no idea. It's weird though, because I start remembering the subway. There was a period of time, probably 2008, 2009, maybe 2010, where I used to come into town to go to the Buddhist Centre. And what I would do is I would go to Subway. Not every time, but I might go to Subway to get something to eat. So a nice cheese salad, half a foot roll or whatever it is. Half a foot? I don't know. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because they're quite like, yeah, half a foot. And the lady in there, we used to really chat to each other. We got on really well. I haven't seen her for years. I mean, literally, 15 years? But we got on really well. I think she was married. She might have had kids. But she was the manager of the Subway. And we just naturally got on really well. And I think she was like from Mauritius or somewhere like that. I don't know. Or was she? No, I think she'd been a student. Maybe she was a student and the manager of that place at the same time. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure, unless she was like a... No. Because I don't know. Do Subway do the same thing as McDonald's? Like franchises and stuff? Maybe she was a franchise holder. The thing is, even though it's in town, it wasn't particularly well placed. I suppose it is at night, when the pubs and stuff, and Friday night and Saturday night and stuff like that. It just seemed, even because the town's not busy the way it used to be, even back then, it wasn't, apart from Christmas time, it's not busy the way it used to be. Like, it was quite noticeable. Plus, the town isn't. I mean, here it's not a very good town. I don't mean that in a horrible way. It's just a bit rubbish. It's just. It's very. It's very samey to anywhere else. Same kind of shops, you know. WH Smith's and Subway and McDonald's and Burger King and the Co-op, and there's a Wimpy, and just it's kind of the same. A lot of charity shops as well, like the Heart Foundation, Bernardo's, Scope. It's kind of, there's two bookshops. Waterstone, of course, that's probably the most popular one around the country. Yeah, Weatherspoons. It's very samey to where you'd get anywhere else. But it's all right. I don't go out. I haven't been out for years. I have left my home. I've never ever left the flat. I have, but in a social context, like actually going out and having a drink, or going into a pub or a bar, or out for a meal socially. I mean, you could say, yeah, well, I went and had breakfast last Thursday after Uncle Sausage's farewell ceremony, but I didn't really feel that was particularly a social moment. You know, didn't feel like wasn't a happy event. And the time before that was Christmas, when I saw my dad, my little brother, and my dad's wife, and we met in a pub for Christmas dinner. So that was social, but as family, it wasn't social as in, I don't know, it's different. It wasn't like friends, meeting up with friends or seeing new people or anything like that. It was very, well, I did see new people. Now, everyone's new now. Wherever I go, people are new, because when's the last time I went into a pub? The last time, like, okay, not ever, but the last time really that I regularly went anywhere was 2010. 15 years. Used to go into pubs with people from college, go out, have meals and stuff like that during that 3 years of being university. I did date someone in 2011, near the end of 2011 and beginning of 2012. So I did go out and have meals and stuff with her. I did go to the Indian restaurant. I'm sure I've been there more than once. There's a local Indian restaurant that I went to in 2015, about end of the year 2015. But I don't remember. I got a memory of going there more than once, but maybe I didn't. Maybe it was just a one-off. But I got this kind of memory of doing something more than once. I'm not saying anything, just this particular place. Mind you, in the past I have actually sat down at a table just waiting for the food to be ready because it's cold outside. So maybe that's what I'm getting muddled up with. In fact, I think once I even had a drink in there because there was a big long queue. Big, so they just gave me a drink while I waited. A pint of curry sauce. I don't know. No, I haven't. Wow. I can't remember, other than that little one, sort of Christmas with my dad and my brother. I do not remember. Oh, no, I went to the pub with Luke, but we had a pub opposite, across the road. It was there for a while. It was there for years and years, but then it closed, then it opened again, and then it closed again. So we went there and sat outside with a meal and stuff, so that was okay. But that was a long time ago. We're talking probably 2016 time, probably. No, I can't remember any other time. Wow. Where does all the time go? I'm trying to remember the last time I went to the cinema, because I have been to the cinema since I moved here, I'm pretty sure. And I'd love, not love, but if I could find a way to get back to doing some stuff, I think that'd be good for me. Just yeah. It's been a nice day today. It was raining, so it wasn't so nice, but when it wasn't raining, it was lovely. Very bright. It started off really windy, like yesterday was very windy, and then kind of calmed down. The wind seemed to just blow itself out, and now it's pretty chilled. It's dark outside now, but it's 11 minutes past 11. 11:11. Or 23:11. So that's pretty much me done for the day. So thank you for listening. I will be doing a Q&A Friday tomorrow. I've only got a couple of questions to answer, so if you do have any questions, bear in mind this won't be released till the morning because I'm gonna be going to bed quite soon. Yeah. What's this? Right. The website. As soon as I make a change, it's like, oh, the website's gone, I'm afraid. But I'm looking at other alternatives. Any questions? 4. Oh, I've got 4 questions. Let's have a look. What are they? There's one. Oh, blimey. Right, so yeah, that's the questions for tomorrow. If you've got any questions, I normally do the Q&A Friday kind of afternoon time, but it might be in the evening. Not this late, but I like to be in bed by 10 o'clock in the evening now. Now an old fuddy-duddy. So yeah, thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy. You do. Remember to be gentle with yourself, because you deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye.